Hello friends, welcome to CEC Gurukul live lectures. Friends, this is our session on career counseling called Pratibha Samvardhan, and today we are discussing on one of the most important and interesting topics, and the topic I believe that it lures you because most of you wish to have the careers in the area of management. Now the question arises, in which area we can excel. So friends, this is a broader topic where not alone about MBA, we are talking about the careers beyond MBA or the different areas in the MBA where you can of course make a career. So friends, we would like to tell you all that. For this session we have with us in our studios Ms. Palak Chawla, a career counselor, who is giving you in-depth knowledge about this particular area, and we believe that you are going to gather maximum knowledge through her. So Ms. Palak, once again welcome to the session, and as suggested by you that the sky is the limit. It's upon you to choose a particular area, though you have already suggested instead of going for the generic MBAs, one should opt for a particular field, particular area that will definitely help one in finding out a bigger job market, a focused job market. Now, when we talk about the job market, before that, the question arises, what would be our salary packages? Because once we complete our course, we love to be placed in a good company, and we believe that, and in fact the parents too, or the people around you generally ask, what would be your salary package? I mean, anyone anywhere going for a particular career, सबसे पहले यही क्वेश्चन अपेयर होता है, सैलरी कितनी होगी, and after deciding the salary we opt for a particular career. So if you talk about MBAs, what is your say?
So salaries are very significantly based on individual roles, experience levels, and what specific industry you belong to, where you've graduated from, how you've done your interview. So the average package for any MBA would be around 4 lakhs per annum to 20, and goes up to 20-25, even 30-35 lakhs per annum. So if you've done MBA from a good college like maybe IIMs or even SP Jain or Narsi Munji, you will get a very high salary package, a very decent salary package than maybe you've done an MBA from any third tier college. It depends on what your specialization is. For example, if we talk about MBA in international trade, MBA in international trade and related fields offer a very promising salary prospect and diverse career opportunities. There are many people, many organizations who want to go international, who want people specifically for international trade. So they offer higher salaries because you have a specialized expertise in that field. So once you have that USP of being from a specialized sector, you get a higher salary package than anybody who has done a general MBA.
So you have this privilege of getting the salary packages according to what you choose and how you excel further. It's upon you. Now, generally freshers have this kind of tendency that freshers are generally paid less, or the interns are paid less.
Yeah.
So is it true, or one should rely on the instincts, not on what is being said?
So what I feel is that you should rely always on your instinct. It's not, yeah, obviously if you have less experience, you would get a lesser salary package than someone who is experienced maybe 2-3 years or 4 years or 10 years. Obviously there will be a salary difference, but there is also a thing, skills. If you are skilled enough, if you are knowledgeable enough, if you have the information, if you feel that you are capable of that, then it is not that you would get a lesser salary or just like 20-25,000 per month. It is higher than that. If you're skilled, if you have a specialized set of skills which others don't possess. So it makes you an asset to that company. So they will offer you higher pay if you negotiate well enough, if you crack the interview well enough as well. It depends on you also.
Salaries will increase with the passage of time,
Exactly.
with the expertise, the number of years you will hold in a particular position.
Yeah.
And of course, your work will help you out in uplifting career-wise also. And one of the most important points is when you work, you get incentives, you get promotions, you win accolades, and that is the most important thing I feel when especially you are a fresher. So one should not think about only about the salaries. The way you are being handled by your company, the company for which you are working is the most important thing.
I always say to my students that don't look at what salary package they are offering, or don't look at what salary I will get if I do this course or that course. Always look at your interest first, because if you have interest, if you're liking what you do, मज़ा आ रहा है तो अच्छा होगा. इफ़ यू मज़ा आ रहा है तो अब उसमें स्किल भी आएगा, उसमें मेहनत भी करोगे, उसमें काम करने के लिए उठने में लेजीनेस नहीं होगी, वो झिझक नहीं होगी. सो ऑटोमेटिकली यू विल ग्रो इन लाइफ. So once if you don't have interest, then you will not succeed.
Very
So
true.
interest is very important when you're choosing a course for yourself. Always.
वेरी ट्रू. कहते हैं कि हमें हमेशा वो करना चाहिए जो हमें भाता है, बिकॉज इफ वी विल चूज व्हाट वी विश टू डू, विल परफॉर्म बेटर, एंड व्हेन विल परफॉर्म बेटर, ऑफ कोर्स वी विल बी रिकॉग्नाइज्ड टू. So now moving ahead from the salary, because it is the last point I would say, where one thinks, yes, now my bank account is all fulfilled, I'm fulfilled because I'm happy with what I am doing. But before that, how to crack for the MBA examination, the CAT examination, which is very, very important examination in our country, India, because as we discussed in the beginning too, that MBA is a household name. We will find MBAs in every 1 to 2 houses. So how to prepare for the CAT examination, because it's not a very easy task. It's a Herculean task, and which requires tremendous efforts and endeavors. So how to prepare for it?
So while thinking of CAT, firstly you have to create a study plan for yourself. It is very necessary. So many people, some students study at night, they are a night owl. Some students wake up really early in the morning and then study. So be realistic with yourself and schedule a time that suits you and is comfortable with you and convenient with you, and then make a timetable. If you can study only for 1 hour at a time and that is a quality study period for you, then schedule your time, you study for 1 hour, take a 5-10 minute break, then study for another hour. But it's not like just बैठे हैं सामने books के 4 घंटे. That will not make sense. Always quality over quantity. So do quality studying and not quantity. Don't take many hours, but just 1 or 2 hours and do quality studying. Focus on your subject matter, focus on your strengths, divide your time on each subject, each section based on what you like. If you have a weakness, for example, if you are weak in maybe logical reasoning or on quantitative, then give more time to that than other subjects. Aim for at least 15-20 minutes hours of study per week. Set weekly and monthly goals to cover specific topics, ensuring you stay on track. Secondly, focus on core concepts. Now, when it comes to CAT, the core concepts are first quantitative ability, then there is verbal ability, and third is logical reasoning. So quantitative ability, you have to practice your fundamental concepts in arithmetic, algebra, geometry, and data interpretation. Verbal ability, you have to enhance your vocabulary through reading and practicing comprehension exercises. Make sure that you're reading newspaper every day to enhance your vocabulary. Mark the words you think that you didn't knew before. Look them up in dictionary and enhance your knowledge day by day. Then logical reasoning, solve puzzles, solve crossword puzzles, logical reasoning questions, and improve your analytic skills. With that, you have to practice mock tests. Give regular mock tests, give mock tests every 2 days, and self-evaluate them. Learn from your mistakes, then give the mock test again in 2 days. What that will do is, you will see an increase in your growth, increase in your marks. Once you do learn from your mistakes, another test, you will not make so many mistakes. Then take out last 10 years of CAT exams and practice those. So take full length mock tests under timed conditions to stimulate the exam environment. This helps you improve your management skills as well. Many people are not able to complete the exam as well. So you have to manage your time accordingly. Analyze, and each mock test, analyze your performance to identify your areas of improvement. Focus on those, understand your mistakes so that you don't repeat them. Use quality study material is another tip. So people, you take out notes from the internet without even checking or thinking twice. but you should research about books that refer to a standard preparation, standard preparation books of quantitative aptitude. Like there is Quantitative Aptitude by Arun Sharma, there is Verbal Ability by Norman Lewis, there is Data Interpretation by various authors. There are online resources as well, like video lectures and interactive quizzes, but always make sure that your study material is quality and not quantity. If you are a person who don't want to study alone, who cannot focus if given like alone time and independence में नहीं पढ़ सकते, then you should think of joining a coaching or maybe starting your own study group. Study groups basically provide peer supervision. So when you are with your peers, if you start a study group, there are 5 students with you who study and you study together. You share resources, you motivate each other, you discuss concepts, you collaborate with each other, you evaluate each other. So it helps you understand concepts better. It helps you want to stay motivated to study. Another is you should stay consistent and healthy. Staying consistent is very important. Routine is very important. If you're studying for 5 hours a day and then not studying for 2 days, then studying 15 hours the fourth day, that is not healthy. That will not help. Those 15 hours are a total waste of your time. You should always, if you can study only 5 hours per day, then give 5 hours each day. Don't miss a day. And even if you're missing, don't overcompensate on the day you are studying. Take minimum of 8 hours of sleep every day, exercise regularly, ensure you have adequate water, adequate sleep, because that is very important. Stick to your study plan consistently while allowing time for yourself so that you don't burn out as well. Now also prepare a revision strategy. Always keep time for revision before your exams. Maybe it's 2 days, maybe 5 days, depending on how you study, how your method works, but always keep time for revision. Revisions, you can make side notes when you're studying, pointers which you can go through while you're revising rather than going through bundles of study material. You can schedule regular revision sessions to reinforce what you've learned. You can reward yourself, go out for an ice cream if you've revisioned, your first revision is over. Create short notes, create concise notes and quick reviews so that you have something to review before the exam. So this is how you can actually prepare for the CAT exam, and you need stability, you need to be very focused.
That is very important, because when one is focused, when one is centered, it is easier for one to clear the examination. Now, how many times does this CAT examination is taken in an year?
So, CAT exam is done every November, and it's happening this November, then next November. So you prepare.
So though it is not correct, but still would love to take the privilege of asking you, how much time should one to allot for himself or herself? इतने time period में तो मुझे निकाला है, या मुझे इस एक stretch में at one go I'll be clearing this examination, because once you set this goal, it would be easier for you to meet the deadline. So what do you think, and what is your suggestion?
So I think we should start preparing for it take more than 12 months with yourself. 12 months is a time period that you can opt for, because you are in your bachelor's as well. You have time for yourself to study for CAT as well. Boards are not going on, there are not many hard examinations that you're going, so you have time for studying. So focus on maybe 11 to 12 months of complete and utmost focused approach towards clearing the CAT exam. And if you're focused enough, if you're dedicated enough, and if your goal is to reach there, you'll clear it in one go.
Definitely. And when one is pursuing his or her graduation, at that time also one can take advantage of the time. Exactly. And at least one can I mean go with the logical reasoning portion, or the English portion, or the other portion, so that some way or the another he or she will build his personality, even if they clear or not clear the examination.
Even if not 12 years, if you have like a goal that in your bachelor's only that you will go for an MBA or you have to do CAT, start reading newspapers, start reading books to increase your verbal aptitude. Because at the end of the day, if you give the cat or if you don't give the cat, your verbal knowledge is increased only.
Definitely.
So you're learning meanings of words you haven't heard before, you're reading passages, you're reading books, and your personality is developing side by side through that. So
You
I feel
have a
like
huge dictionary within yourself. Your
exactly.
vocab will be increasing and increasing.
Exactly.
Now, what kind of skills does this B school search for? That is the most important thing, because
Yeah.
your CAT scores will definitely help you out in getting the entry to a level. But
Exactly.
again, then what is the other procedure then after the CAT scores?
So after CAT, there is an interview. An interview, you have to. The first thing in an interview is dressing appropriately, being in a formal wear, being sharply dressed, sharply talking to the person, and whoever is taking your interview, you should be very calm and composed with them. They look for an entrepreneurial mindset. They look for people who know, who have in them the spirit of improving the business, improving an organization, and learning more. They are curious enough. They should have a problem solving attitude as well, that they're not like हो जाएगा चलो छोड़ो. It's like I have to take charge, I have to be the leader here. They have to have some leadership and innovative quality as well. Again, they have MBA students have a networking advantage as well. So if you're talking to the interviewer, if you make a good rapport with them, that's a huge network for you.
And when you work on yourself, it would be easier for you to face the interview board. So focus on your communication skills, because they are very important, and the way you are going to communicate before the interview board, it would make a mark definitely.
Yeah.
So now the another pertinent question, as we have discussed in detail about the various MBAs and where one can opt for, one can go for, whether it's for advertising, rural marketing, or the other elite areas you have already explained us in detail. Now the question arises, because it's a post-grad program, and before that one has completed the graduation or would have done BBA or something like that. So if I am opting for particularly for a focused area, focused MBA, so what skills do I need to have prior skills? For example, अगर मैं सोच रही हूँ कि मुझे advertising में करना है, so is it mandatory that I should have this mass communication or journalism at the graduation level? Is it compulsory?
No, it is not compulsory. Many students have done BBA and then do MBA in advertising management. It is not necessary for you to have an advertisement background, but it is necessary for you to have an interest in advertising. So if you don't have interest in advertising, then maybe go for something else. But if you have interest and you don't have a prior background, it is not necessary. You only have to make the interviewer believe that you have that interest, you have that curiosity, and you have that dedication towards the course and the curriculum that they are offering. So it is not compulsory for you to have a background in any other specialization, because many students from bachelor's don't know what they're doing. They end up doing maybe a BCom or any other course, maybe BA pass or BA in history or anything else. So it does not matter that if they want to go for an MBA, that they should have a particular background in that subject. They can easily go for an MBA if they're clearing CAT, if they're clearing out the interview, then it's totally good.
Now the another important question is that actually we always want anyone or the person from the background to assure us, yes, the MBA you have chosen for yourself is the best one for you, and yes, you are going to get a good job in the future. Because the kind of MBAs you have explained over here, because they are specific, they are very focused, and they are they are field oriented, area oriented MBAs. Now the another question arises, even after doing this kind of MBA, if I fail and if I didn't get a job in this particular area, so will it not hamper me in the future? Or the MBA which I have chosen for myself, it is broader, the broadest, I'll be fitting in the future.
So even if you do MBA in a particular field and you might not end up liking it, or as you said, fail in it, which I don't think is necessarily what happens, that you don't get a job. But even if hypothetically that happens, you have a bachelor's degree as well, right? And an MBA degree in itself does not matter if what specialization you have. An MBA degree in itself offers a lot of job. So any companies like conglomerates like KPMG, Deloitte, Accenture, Genpact, they offer MBA students great packages despite what position or specialization they have done. So it does not matter that if you don't get jobs in that specialized field, but you will get a job otherwise if you don't feel like doing that, because MBA in itself is a vast thing. So even the curriculum might be targeted or focused, but the first semester or the first year, first semester is quite broad. So you have knowledge about all the areas, but you've specialized in one. So that is the only meaning of it.
What about these executive programs, which we have seen many of the universities, the colleges, they carry out, and they invite students that if you are willing to do so, would be helping you. What
So
kind
there
of
are one-year programs and executive programs in MBA as well. They are lesser than a 2-year MBA. Their salary package is lesser, but they're as good as a normal MBA, a general MBA. You can opt for an executive MBA if you have a side masters as well. So it's like if you want to do a double masters, if you want to go for a short duration course, then you can go for an executive MBA.
even if I am doing a job, I'm into the market, and if I feel so that need to enhance myself, so this executive MBA would be beneficial for me.
There are, for people who are already working, there are courses which require specifically eligibility. There is that you should have a work experience for 1 or 3 years. So there are courses for different courses for them, different MBA courses or different short-term courses for them if they want to enhance their skill set.
Are there companies or the organization which provides the MBA programs for their employers so that they could help them to grow, excel, or one needs to be geared up in advance?
No, not the companies, they don't offer, but if the student is dedicated enough, the person is dedicated enough, they will find certificate courses. There are online certificate courses, maybe there are free courses as well. There are colleges like Sukhdev have certificate courses on fintech. So if a current person who is working, who wants to know more about fintech, can go to that and learn about fintech. There is pharmaceutical management courses as well. There is certified courses in different universities according to what they offer. And if you're motivated enough, I feel like people who want to broaden their skill set, they do eventually. Some who don't, they follow their traditional pathways and go their traditional ways.
Now, for those people, those who have already served in a particular area, for example, the army men, those who are retired, or the mothers who are back to the pavilion after their maternity break because of the career breaks, now they're feeling, no, we need to just gear up once again, we need to be professionally qualified once again. So, for them, doing or going for an MBA degree is an easy process, or one has to again?
So obviously going through an MBA for a student is also difficult. So a person who is retired or a mother who is coming back from after a break, obviously it's harder for them because they're out of touch of all the curriculum and all the, how will they pass the CAT exam. For them, they can go for an online MBA. An online MBA is generally relatively easier to get into, and you can do the MBA without going to the college. So you can complete your degree at home, online, give the exams offline, and get a degree, and that can also open a lot of doors, a lot of job opportunities for you. So what I would say is go for an online MBA for them. That would be more easier and more reasonable for them, more logical for them.
One should open to learn. There are many prospective and perspectives hidden in the society, and you can find the scope for yourself if you're willing to do
Exactly.
So we would like to thank you once again, Ms. Palak Chawla, for giving us this vivacious session where we learned the different perspectives, from the perspective of the students as well as the people who are willing to work again, who want to learn more, the people who want to have a career in a focused format, a focused area that would also be beneficial for the students, as you have yourself explained that instead of going for the generic MBAs, one should opt for the focused one. It will open the job market, as well as a new skill will also be enhanced if one feels so to opt for that particular area. So thank you once again for giving us this session. And dear friends, thank you for watching us. Your comments, your feedback, your suggestions are precious. Do write to us at cecgurukul.live@gmail.com. We would love to solve your queries from Ms. Palak Chawla, and keep writing us. We are going to meet again next Thursday, and in the coming Thursdays we would be discussing more, and we believe that these lectures could be and definitely would be the change makers. Thank you so much for watching us.